Hello and welcome back to, I was about to say Euro Truck Simulator, but that would be wrong. It's American Truck Simulator, and I need to turn around, don't I? Okay, is my blinker even working? There we go. Right, we're all good, except I'm driving on the wrong side of the road. Don't question it. Okay, and our place we're going is right over there, so let's just get the blinker back on. And yeah, so if you don't remember, if you're newer to the channel, I do American Truck Simulator every once in a while, and I use it to vlog about things, so there's something interesting happening in the background and I can talk about things. And today I'm talking about my life, just a bit, kind of where I'm planning to go with things, how I'm doing. I haven't been doing too great lately. I'm doing a bit better. One thing that's really helped is I've kind of made a different career choice, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but and also kind of a weird thing to be doing. But basically, yeah, I'm going to go to San Diego. I decided I'm going to take this job. I'm not actually going to go all the way. This is going to be a rather short recording, but that's what I'm going to be starting to do right now. May or may not finish it in the next episode, because I may finish it off screen, because I like playing this game just on my own as well sometimes. But yeah, the big decision I made recently that, ooh, I was about to hit that. I really think I was about to hit that. Let me see real quick. Actually, oh, okay, yeah, my mirror is hitting it. The collision mesh is slightly off, and it was hitting it. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this in third person right now, because why not? So yeah, I decided, basically, I'm in college with computer science as my major, but I'm going to be, probably very soon, like the end of this semester, leaving that college and going to a different one, and I don't know if it technically qualifies as a major or not, because it's more of a certificate thing, but I'm going to train to be an EMT, which stands for Emergency Medical Technician. Basically, you know, the people that are in ambulances, trying to save people's lives and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do that. There's 3 levels of it. There's EMT Basic, then EMT Intermediate, and then Paramedic. And the most base level of EMT Basic doesn't take a lot of training to tell you're out there actually working, and in fact part of the training is to actually be out there working, so that'll be interesting for sure. And basically I'm in a first aid class right now, and basically the reason I joined the first aid class was I saw a very compelling video on YouTube by a doctor who works in an ER, or at least partially, you know, I'm not quite sure. He does other things too, but Larry Malik, I want to say his name is, or something like that. It's Larry M or something like that, and I forget which hospital he works at, but one of the things he showed was 2 patients that came in that were very similar in everything that's medically relevant, except that one got CPR immediately, and the other one was down for 8 minutes without getting any CPR. And the one who's down for 8 minutes had several cardiac arrests over the next, I want to say like 36 hours, and then died, unfortunately. And the other patient was up and about, well, not up and about, but he was conscious and, you know, relatively okay in a couple hours, and then, you know, got treatment and moved on from there. And basically the point of that is that, you know, CPR makes a huge difference. Yeah, when you have cardiac arrest, it's pretty bad, and the survival rates, I don't remember what they are, but they're not good in general, but CPR is a key factor in survival. If you don't get CPR at the scene, you're dead, pretty much. Like, and the thing is, the ambulance can almost never get there in time to do CPR if there wasn't someone on scene to start it before they got there. So it's just kind of a vitally important thing, and it's not too difficult either. It's really not too difficult. And the really interesting thing that I learned about it is that even if you don't know CPR, you've seen it at least a little bit, and at least try it. And you don't have to do the breaths. You can just do compressions only, and even if you do it wrong, you're improving their chances of survival. Because doing nothing, they're dead for sure. Doing anything, even if it's CPR that's not very effective, it's more effective than letting them lie there dead. And so just, you know, it's just kind of an important thing, and not a lot of people know it, and I felt that it's more important that people know it, and I figured the next best step to more people knowing it is for me to go and learn it, because I didn't know it. Now I do. There's a little side story with that. I'm having a bit of a problem with my professor because he's actually teaching us CPR a bit wrong, and I can go into that another time. I really don't have the time right now. This is going to be a relatively short video, like I said, but I just kind of wanted to go over that, like, my decisions behind going for EMT. And a big part of it, I have to admit, is that I've just been caring less and less about my classwork and school and stuff, and just having a hard time in general. And so it's something that when I took it this semester, it's the one class that I'm doing well in. It's something that holds my interest. It's the one class that I will be depressed and upset and having a horrible morning, and I'll still go there, and then I'll come home and cry and sleep and shit. But I care about that class, and I also study for it, which is something I've never been a good student. I almost have never studied. This is one class that I do study for, and it's something that I actually work on more than any other class, and it appeals to me, and I know a lot about it. Like, I know quite a bit before I took the class. I'm learning more. It's really interesting. It's something that works for me, and it's, believe it or not, because people are like, wow, that's a pretty big step from computer science, but the way I look at it is it's actually fairly similar, because both of those things have you really focused on logic and what do you call it? Logic, analysis, and I forgot that these are really tight. And I accidentally held the horn down as I tried to slam on the brakes, because I was turning the controller of the analog stick as hard as I could and just ended up pushing it down. But yeah, I knew that was going to happen, but I did it anyhow, and then I regretted it immediately, because I was like, crap, I thought I would be able to, like, barely hold on. This is why I shouldn't be a truck driver, although I could do that too. No, I don't want to do that. Just because I'd be scared of, like, fucking up driving, because I'm still fairly inexperienced with driving. I haven't been doing a lot of it since I got my license. In fact, I had this problem with identity theft. Some of you may remember, I may or may not have mentioned, that is still not 100% resolved, and also part of that, kind of related at least, is that I haven't actually gotten my license yet, and I've been having a really tough time in general, so I just haven't gotten around to going and getting that taken care of. So that's kind of a thing that's been happening. And what was I going to say? Does this lane continue straight, or does it just turn? It just turns. Okay. So it's just something that has appealed to me, and it just, I think I would do good at it. And also another part of it was that, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk bad about people, but my classmates are not so great. Like, some of them are better than others, but overall, it has me a little concerned. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I've made my mistakes too, but the level of mistakes I've made compared to others in the class is not a good comparison. So I'm like, I should use this knowledge. I could actually put it to use. I could do something good, and I figured that's what I'm gonna do. It's also partially a thing where I'm sick of not having money, and if I have a job, I'll have money. So, I can be a little more comfortable and not feel like every month I feel like I'm better than I was, but it's a constant fluctuation of worrying about money and then being a bit more okay and then worrying about money. So it would be nice to get out of that and just be okay. And I just realized I'm going long enough now. I'm gonna need to stop soon. But yeah, another big part of it was, being an EMT, you're constantly dealing with emergency situations. It's literally what the job's about. And one of the big questions I had to answer for myself, because I was thinking about this for quite a while before I decided to go for it, and one of the biggest questions is, can I emotionally and mentally deal with the stress of it, both in the moment and afterwards? And the thing is, I don't know about afterwards. That's something I'm going to have to work on. I'll find out. But as far as in the moment is concerned, I'm sure I can handle it. And basically, any kind of tense or emergency or, anything close to that kind of situation that I've had to deal with in the past, I've always been able to, no matter how I was feeling internally, keep cool and working on it and, solving the problem rather than freaking out. And so I think I can definitely continue with that and be good at it. And then the other thing is, specifically, when I was hit by a car, if you're newer to the channel, you don't know about this because I haven't talked about it in, well, I don't know, I think I mentioned it like a couple months back now, but when I was hit by a car, my leg was broken and I panicked. It's just instinctual reaction. Oh my god, they're trying to kill me, run, 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 get away, flee. The whole fight or flight thing, and my answer was flight. And even though I was panicking, just blind panic for a good 3 or 4 seconds before my mind caught up with me and I went, okay, calm down, driver probably like had a heart attack or something and that's why they crashed, or whatever it is, they're not trying to kill me. Calm down, sit down, call 911, that kind of thing. I did not further injure myself. I was very careful not to further injure my leg, even though I was in a blind panic trying to flee. And I think that's the best piece of evidence I have that I can handle it, is just that I have in the past been in a situation where I was in a blind panic and was still okay and didn't further injure myself. And that's my evidence. And I'm pulling over to park on the side of the highway because I'm going to end the episode here, even though I'm in the middle of a road and that's not a good place to be. Hello, mouse. It got all the way over there. You might notice I'm using controller. Also, I have funny save names. But yeah, that's everything for now. Thanks for watching. And I'm gonna be an EMT is gonna be the name of this save, because why not? I think I forgot to say see you in space. See you in space!